You might think a sommelier's most important tool is a corkscrew, but it's not. It's really this incredible, deep understanding of history, science, and art. In this explainer, we're going to uncork the secrets of a profession that's about so much more than just what's in the glass.
So let's just get it out there. When you think sommelier, do you just picture a fancy wine pourer? It's okay if you do. A lot of people think that. But honestly, that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface. We're about to totally bust that myth and show you just how deep this ancient and constantly evolving profession really is.
The reality is, a sommelier is kind of like a master of a whole bunch of different disciplines. I mean, they're part historian, part scientist, and definitely part artist, all rolled into one. And you know what? Their influence goes so much further than just the restaurant floor.
I mean, just look at all the different hats a sommelier can wear. It really shows you how valuable their skills are. You've got the classic role, right? The restaurant maestro, working with the chef to create those perfect pairings. But those exact same skills, they make them perfect for being a hotel beverage director or working for an importer, traveling the world to find amazing wines. And it doesn't stop there. They can be your guide in a specialty shop, a private consultant for collectors, or even a teacher, shaping how we all think about wine. Okay, so to really get a handle on what a sommelier is today, we actually have to go way, way back in time. This isn't some new job that popped up in the last 100 years. No way. The roots of this profession are, well, they're buried deep in the cellars of some of the world's most ancient civilizations.
So, our story really kicks off in ancient Egypt. We're talking 3000 BC. They had chiefs of the cellar, who were basically doing sensory analysis for the pharaohs. Then you jump ahead to ancient Greece, and you've got the symposiarch. This person didn't just pick the wine, they actually led the deep philosophical discussions that went along with it. The Romans had their cellarius, a really trusted person who managed the whole household cellar. Through the Middle Ages, it was actually monks who kept the art of winemaking alive. And all of that leads us right up to 1890 in France, where the first official sommelier association was born, making it the profession we recognize today.
All right, so we've talked about the history and what you see out on the floor, but a massive part of this job happens completely behind the scenes. You can think of the sommelier as the secret architect of the cellar. And building that wine collection, it's a super rigorous, really analytical process.
Choosing every single bottle is this incredible mix of arts and science. First up, you've got the sensory analysis. I mean, really studying the wine's color, its smell, how it feels and tastes. Then you have to evaluate the vintage, asking questions like, was 2015 a hot, dry year in Bordeaux? Because that little detail tells you everything about the wine's quality and how long it can age. And finally, there's good old-fashioned market research. What are people into right now? What's going to go perfectly with the chef's new dishes? It is a constant balancing act.
So after all that work, sourcing the wine, you've got to present it, right? On one hand, you have the classic approach, that elegant, heavy paper list, usually organized by region. It's timeless, it's structured. But on the other hand, you have what's happening now, digital lists on tablets that are completely changing the game. Suddenly, you can see pictures of the vineyard, watch a little video from the winemaker, or just filter everything to find exactly what you want. It's all about making wine more interactive and, honestly, more accessible for all of us.
Okay, let's move on to the part of the job we all actually get to see, the service. But here's the thing, it is so much more than just pouring wine into a glass. It's really like a carefully choreographed performance, where every single little detail matters. And it all starts with maybe the most critical element of all, temperature.
Now this right here is one of the biggest secrets to really enjoying wine. Seriously, temperature changes everything about how a wine smells and tastes. If you serve it too cold, all those beautiful smells are just locked up, you can't get to them. But serve it too warm, and the alcohol can seem really harsh and out of balance. Think about it. A light, crisp white wine, it needs that chill to be refreshing. But a big, complex red, it needs to be a little warmer so all those amazing flavors can open up. Getting this right is absolutely fundamental.
And what about decanting? That elaborate-looking ritual. It might seem like just for show, but it's actually pure science with a little bit of theater mixed in. It does two really important things. For older wines, it's about separating the good stuff from the sediment that can build up over the years. But for younger, more powerful red wines, it's all about getting some air in there. That rush of oxygen helps soften the wine and lets all those amazing aromas just wake up and come alive in your glass.
So it's pretty clear this is a profession that's just steeped in history, right? But it is anything but stuck in the past. The world of wine is changing so fast, and the sommelier is evolving right along with it. They're embracing all these new trends and technologies that are totally reshaping the industry.
So what's shaping the future? Well, for one, there's this huge shift toward natural, organic, and biodynamic wines. People just want more authenticity and to know what's in their glass.
Technology is obviously a massive player here. We all have apps like Vivino that put so much information right in our hands. Behind the scenes, sommeliers are using AI to manage these huge inventories, which frees them up to be more creative. And you've got things like augmented reality turning wine labels into these interactive stories. But maybe the biggest thing of all is a focus on sustainability. It's changing how wine is made, and it's definitely changing which wines a sommelier is proud to put on their list.
So after all this, the next time you see a sommelier, you'll know. You'll know they're so much more than just a wine pourer. They're a historian, a scientist, an artist, a guide. They're basically the keeper of all the stories locked inside a bottle. And that leaves us with just one final thought. Knowing everything you know now, the next time you meet one, what are you going to ask?